Jumbo, hello, thank you for joining me for a virtual dose of vitamin Z as we bring the Detroit Zoo to you. My name is David, educator and storyteller for the Detroit Zoological Society. Today, in the continuation of our series, the uh, Tale of Tales, a tale like a story with tales, animal tales. And there is always the question, whose tale is it? And in this program, we are talking of how you identify animals, observation skills, predictions. And I came up with this because personally, being a safari guide also in Africa, and I only see a tail, I go out there, we're looking for animals, and we only see the tail, but we can tell whose tail it is or whose tail it belongs to. So I decided to bring this for you. Let me see how you fare on with my tale of tales. And our first I'll give you the clue. I will give you the idea of this animal, and then you're going to tell me what that animal is. And then it would be followed by information, a little facts about this animal, and then we'll continue. Our first one then is that particular tail. First of all, I don't even know if it is a tail, but it is a tail. And the clue here is I have webbed flattened feet and scale-covered tail. Which animal would have scales? Well, another clue. Labeling is my business. Like this, the business for this one is labeling. And who am I? Am I a wolverine, a grizzly bear, or an American beaver? So if you said American beaver, you got it, because the American beaver is one that builds dams. He's an engineer. He goes out there, builds huge dams. And sometimes they are known to clear forests, a huge part of forest. And some of the facts that I have for this one is the world's largest beaver dam stretches 850 meters deep in the thick wilderness of northern Alberta, Canada. Now, this dam was spotted from a satellite. It was not easy to get to where this dam was, but a couple of years ago, about 2007, that's when someone made it all the way and found that very huge 850 meters deep dam. Another one is that giant beavers of the Ice Age, known as castoroids, looked remarkably similar to their modern descendants. Actually, just much, much bigger. They grew to be up to 8 feet long. Can you imagine meeting a beaver 8 feet long and 200 pounds heavy? And they lived a semi-aquatic life. So they would live on land and in the water. So this was far bigger beaver. Now the second one is a kind of tail, and probably the clue here, if you look right behind the tail, that can give you an idea what I'm talking about. And my nickname is the Earth Pig. I don't chew my food, but my stomach does it for me. Do not confuse me or my ears with that of a pig. Who am I? Aardvark, kangaroo, or a beaver? If you say an aardvark, you have it right. That is the beaver. That's the aardvark. Now, in the dictionary, the first word is the aardvark. If you asked which is the first word in the dictionary, it is the aardvark. It has 2 A's. And using the crows, beavers are able to, they are able to turn a certain area or an ecosystem to fit the environment and to assist other animals. For example, snakes will make home in the burrows of the artifacts. All, even warthogs, especially, they really love that. Um, other and maybe other animals, including birds like owls. Now, here's my little fact. In addition to their powerful feet and claws that aid in digging, artifacts have sticky worm-like tongues that can be up to 30.5 centimeters, and that is about 12 inches long, like a ruler. The hair is thick around the nostrils, or around the nostrils. If that skin was not thick, then those biting ants will definitely be able to lodge right there, inflict a lot of pain. But this thick skin acts to filter dirt when eating, and the nostril can be used fully to prevent dirt getting in. Now the next one, I don't know if you can see a tail there, but the clue is when we gather, we are called a gang. A gang. I am second only to the largest in America. My surname is Wapiti. Maybe that also can give you the clue. My name is Wapiti. Wapiti is a name from a Native American. Who am I? A pronghorn, elk, or a feral deer? Okay, if you said elk, then you're very right. The elk males carry gigantic antlers, as we can see from the picture right there. But they shed them every year. It's amazing how fast they grow within a very short period of time to that size. And then they will have to shed it off later in the year. So what they then have to do is they grow really fast, very quickly, that antler, before it condenses and becomes very hard. It has to grow really fast. Actually, someone measured it 3 centimeters per day, because it has so much blood going all pumping all the way to to the tip of the antler, and that way then they are able to grow very quickly and thicken and harden. Females don't carry antlers. Now here is my other little fact. Did you know, strange but true, elk can count 10? How do we know? Scientists have noticed that when a female elk is presented with a choice between a mate with 9 antler points and 10 antler points, she'll almost always select the bull with the 10 points. She's paying attention. Yeah. Now we have another animal. Well, first of all, it gives you all, I decided to bring all the clue for these so you can be able to see from the leg all the way to the top. White. And he says, I am spotted especially when I am young. I am not of this part of the world. I am the smallest of my kind, but can be found in almost all the continents. And who am I? Am I a feral deer? Am I a pronghorn, or am I a lion? First of all, you never know. There are those people who breed the lions, some are white. But again, that is betrayed by the leg. If you said a feral deer, you are right. So this is a feral deer, and at the Detroit Zoo, we have some white feral deer. So you would be very lucky to see one. This particular species, mostly originating from Europe, are the smallest in general of this kind, and it has these white deer are actually white colored red deer or fallow deer, which are affected by a rare genetic condition called leucism, which turns the fur white. So that is the fact. Now I have this fact right there, and this is one big this crew here, and this particular one says, "I wear white lipstick. Help! My life is in danger. Who am I? Am I an elk, white-lipped deer, or am I a moose?" It is white-lipped deer. The white-lipped deer, as you can see, very elegant, and we have and has found home here at the Detroit Zoo. According to the International Union Conservation of Nature, the status is vulnerable. That was to 2004. In the 1960s, the population declined due to hunting and sale of its antlers and other body parts, which are used in Oriental medicines. Today, competition with livestock and hunting for its meat and antlers are the major threats. And this is rare. It's a rare antelope that's found mostly in Tibet, and that's in the central part of Asia, northern central part of Asia. But they are very adaptable, can be found in so many other places, but that is where naturally they are found. Now the next one is an animal that may have whose tail may represent so many different kind of species. Could it be a big animal? Could it be a small animal? But here is a clue. I live on the grassland and most active at dawn and dusk. My communication skill is the most complex of all the animals, as from a research. Without me, the land will be barren. Who am I? The choices are mountain lion. Look at the tail. Let me know. Bobcat. And if you look at the crew up there, do you think the mountain lion meets part of what we see over there? Does the mountain lion live on the grasslands? Is the mountain lion active at dawn and dusk? Do they communicate? Are they the ones that have that high communication skill? What do they do to the land? Now, if you said, is it a prairie dog? Now, the answer then is a prairie dog, because prairie dogs found out in the grasslands, the prairies, they are known to affect the areas that they live in. They would dig and burrow, and some of these burrows, they are also food. They're actually part of the web chain, or the web for most of the animals, like eagles, like bobcats and others would go for them, including coyotes and even mountain lions. So they really communicate. As you can see, those two, they definitely have something to sort out among themselves. As we say, they have a bone to chew. Now, the name prairie dog was given due to their habitat, the prairies or grasslands, and their warning calls, which sound like barks, like they're barking, like dogs. Now, with this, folks, I will let you know that there will always be this kind of trivia. There will be more of these very informative information using different parts of the animal. And in this case, I chose a tail that leads us to explore more information to learn more about these animals that we find out there, and especially animals at the Detroit Zoological Society. With this and more, please visit, for more virtual dose of vitamin Z, please visit Detroit Zoo Facebook or Detroit Zoo website, and YouTube has really great information, and you will learn quite a lot. Until next time, I say kwaheri and goodbye.